Cheers. What's that?
Hi there, I'm a friend of Shelley's.
Who?
I don't know who Shelley is.
Somebody messaging you?
She mentioned you have a place to it's for July. Yeah.
They do? Shelley's.
I don't know who Shelley is.
Must be the guy I worked with. You know Shelley.
Doug Carrot? No, it's two Doug Carrot. What? And a copy of me. Oh, I don't know. Who's Doug Carrot? I don't know who that is.
Don't know. I'll wait here until somebody comes in. It's snowing out again. Just started. Can't believe it, man. I'm ready for spring. I'm done with this weather. Could be a Kirk's wife, maybe. Possibly. Charter of Rights behind me. Something that Trudeau never reads. What are they looking for? A place to rent or no?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're looking for a place. Oh, okay. I don't know. Hope your gardens are doing well in this cold weather. I sure hope so. Looking at the snow coming down out there.
Excuse me.
Hey, how's it going? Rocket. It's just started snowing here I'm going to say about a half hour ago or so. Light snowflakes down and cool out there, just at 33 degrees Fahrenheit. So I guess that's plus 1 degree Celsius. So this is the last day of it. I'm looking at the forecast, and tomorrow's going to be 40, rain. Today's supposed to be 2 degrees Celsius. It does actually say snow or mixed with rain. And then to the next day is 44, 44, 44, 46, and 48. Low temperatures 40. So on the warm up now, thank God. But it is just light snowflakes coming down and lots of them. I don't like it. It got down. The lowest temperature we recorded in our lower Stevenson screen was minus 9.8 degrees Celsius or 14.3 degrees Fahrenheit. And in our upper screen, up on top of in the upper garden here, 200 feet away, it was minus 8.6 or 16.5 degrees Fahrenheit. So a difference of in Celsius 1.2 degrees Celsius. So the lower screen, let's show you. Let's just see. Maybe you can see it. Anyway, I'm glad Wendy got my computer working for me again. I can actually do live streams inside the house. Thank God, Wendy. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that screen down there. See that Stevenson screen at the bottom of the slope? Minus 9.8 degrees Celsius. And then the other one's over 200 feet away upstream, but upslope. You can see it's little light flakes falling, and it's around 33 degrees Celsius right now. So, coldest temperature I have ever recorded on this property. That is the coldest temperature. So I'm sure there's going to be some leaf damage on the marginal plants, not the palms. Palms will be okay. I'd be very surprised if there's any leaf. They look good. Actually, the palm trees look fine, but I'm actually already seeing some foliage damage. Like I see a little bit of browning on the Nandina domestica, our pittosporum tree. I'm sure Fatsia japonica is going to show some damage, and maybe the tender eucalyptus trees are probably going to show some damage too. It's but I'll wait till gotta wait a few weeks or a month after the freeze, right? So we're on the rise right now. We're above freezing. We've been above freezing for the last couple of days, but it was a short-lived, intense cold blast, and those are the worst type of cold blasts because we hadn't had any frost. We didn't have any frost. Let me plug this back in. Okay, where is this? There we go. We didn't have any frost before that freeze, so it came in hard. It came in really hard, that freeze. Went down to, the first night we were minus 7 something, I think it was, and then the next night it was like minus 8.6 in that upper screen. So, well, thank God the more tender plants are in the upper garden. The more cold hardy stuff is down there, but I'm sure Fatsia japonica is going to show definitely cold stress on the leaves. I would say our chili and bromeliad that might have froze. It'll be interesting to see how the olive trees will do. Anyway, I'll do a full update once the warmer weather gets here. I'll walk around the entire garden, and I will do a full plant update, and we'll show you how things if things got damaged, you'll see it here. Not to hide. I wonder how the guy's palms are doing in Nova Scotia. It's funny. The other day, what was it? A few days ago, the guy posted in Zone Pushers. Says he grows these palm trees in Nova Scotia. Never shows pictures, never posts videos. People know the guy's full of crap. If palm trees southeast of Vancouver in Zone 8A get damaged or killed in the winter, how on earth can he grow them in Nova Scotia in Zone 6? Maybe the mildest area in the south end of Cape Sable, maybe pushing Zone 7A. And if they get damaged or killed southeast of Vancouver, there's not a hope in hell that he will ever grow them long term with no winter protection anywhere in Nova Scotia. And I have friends that live there and they've never seen any big palm trees growing in Nova Scotia. So anyway, he posted that in Zone Pushers the other day. Pretty interesting, isn't it? But yet we've never seen any pictures of these so-called palm trees in Nova Scotia. I've seen the ones in Dartmouth, and they're dead. They died. The ones that the city planted, they planted a bunch of them near Halifax, and they boxed them in, and they're all dead. It actually made global news there a couple of years ago. They freaking fried. Too cold. So anyway, somebody's been posting pictures too of the palms in Vancouver. At this point, they look good, but Vancouver got a lot colder than we did. We got down cold enough, but Vancouver got much colder, and they had much more snow too. We have 7.5 inches, which is a lot, and there's other places with much more snow than this. Yeah. It got down to single digits. Not sure because I was sleeping. Wow, single digits. Okay. Yeah, no, I know out in the Fraser Valley they got down to single digits. Fraser Valley out southeast of Vancouver, and they had outflow winds. We didn't have any wind. We don't get it. We're very fortunate here where we live on Salt Spring Island. We don't get any cold outflow winds when we get these deep freezes. But it's the length of the freeze too. So we had 2 nights of a good deep freeze, or actually 3 nights. 3 nights of a good deep freeze below 20 degrees Fahrenheit. I think actually 2 of the nights were below 20. And then the third night was just above 20 degrees Fahrenheit. But the thing is, the daytime temperatures were below freezing too, below 32. And that's why Phoenix canariensis palms would never survive long term here on this island. They will get killed at temperatures like that, and because of the extended freeze period, right? We actually do have a Phoenix in the ground, and I did cover it with a bucket. So we're going to see how that did. I'm expecting it not to look good. But the last 2 winters, I expected it not to look good. And when I uncovered it, it actually was okay. So we'll see what happens. I do have bubble wrap around it inside that bucket, but with no artificial heat. So if it dies, no shock. But if it survived, I'll be surprised, right? If it did survive. So there we go. Anyway, I'm looking forward to spring. A pile of a lot of snow. Cordy should be. Yes, Cordy lines hate temperatures down below 18 degrees Fahrenheit. I can tell you that. Ours froze. When was it last year? No, December 2021 freeze. They froze because it got down to near -8 degrees Celsius, and they're toast. But Cordy lines always come back. They're perennial. The top of the plant will probably be killed. Maybe anything below the snow, depends how cold it got under the snow. But they're not that hardy Cordy lines, right? They're Cordy line australis. 18 degrees Fahrenheit, I would say, is their probably limit for minimum temps, and then you can kiss them goodbye. But they do have a tap root, so they always pop back. They're pretty tough plants. Yeah. They're pretty tough plants. So we have a bunch of them in the ground. Anything in pots is going to be dead. Any Cordy line, that's for sure. It didn't get as cold over in Tofino. I think they hit down -5 degrees Celsius or something like that. So that's the way she goes. That's how our winter goes so far. It's kind of a bummer because it is an El Nino year. But you can get cold snaps in El Nino years, and this was a brutal cold snap. I would consider this one a harsh cold snap. Some of these palms have survived single-digit Fahrenheits at my last location. I brought a lot of them here when they were small, over 3 decades ago. 31 years ago, it's about 31 years ago. So they've been through some cold temperatures. So this is nothing new to them. And like I say, I'd be very surprised if any of them even show frond damage. I doubt they will. It'll be interesting to see the ones down in the ravine, though, the ones I like to call Swampsonii. Some of them are nice. I went across the street to the nature trail, and there's a bunch of them growing in there too. There's hundreds of palm trees growing in that nature trail because I chuck a lot of seed in there over the years, and they are frozen in ice. So it will be very interesting to see if they make it. Right? We'll do an update on them in the spring. What do you think? Should I bring some palm seeds up to Alaska with me? Wendy and I are heading up to Alaska in May. And I wonder if I should bring some palm seeds up with me and spread some around in coastal. We're going to a coastal Alaska, right? And there's areas in coastal Alaska that I think palm trees would probably make it in a sheltered location. I'm going to. I think I'll do that. We're going on a cruise. Going on a cruise in May. This will be my 4th time up there. Wendy's never been up there before. She's going to like it. So we're going to Juneau or Ketchikan, Juneau, Skagway, and then of course Icy Strait, the glacier. And when I was up there last time, which was 2012, summer of 2012, I really look at the vegetation growing up there, and a lot of the native vegetation up there kind of looks similar to what we have here. We have Oregon grape, salal. There's tons of Devil's Club growing up there, huge Devil's Club. I remember walking through this pathway, either side with these huge Devil's Club, and lots of rhododendrons. I see lots of rhodos growing up there and lots of broadleaf evergreens, coastal Alaska. So I should scatter a few palm seed in where those Devil Clubs are growing and see if they make it, because I'm sure this won't be our first cruise together. I'm sure Wendy and I will go on another one in the near future. You know what I mean? I think we will. So do you guys have snow coming down there right now? What's the weather like where you guys are? It's still falling here, and I'm sure we'll get a few inches when it's all said and done. Not looking forward to it. I'm just waiting for more people to come in here. It's pretty quiet. That mule died. I think it was last. Kind of petered out. It was kind of like summertime. It just looked really crappy. So it's probably the winters that took a toll on it. The December 2021, 2022 freezes. They were bad ones too. Swamp Sonia are doing fine. I did an update on them. I have to look at my videos. I was down there the other day. You just have to watch my videos. You'll see because I was down there 2 days ago. They look totally fine. I've never actually seen damage on any of those Swamp Sonii palms ever. So it gets colder down there, much colder. So yeah, check out the video and you will see exactly how they look frozen in ice. I don't know. I haven't. The Phoenix is under the bucket. I'm not lifting up the bucket till spring. We have lots of CIDP palms in big containers, and I threw them in the basement for this freeze. They've been sitting outside up until 4 days ago. So they're in the basement right now because I don't want anything in pots or less hardy. And this weather would have killed them anyway. But we do have one in the ground where I throw the nursery bucket over, and we will lift the bucket up in the spring and let you know how that thing is doing. I'm expecting it to be dead, but you know what? The last couple of winters I expected it to be dead, and it wasn't dead. It was still alive, right? So it fooled me. It fooled me, and it's one that I grew from seed, right, Miss T? Never. No, only in the harbor. In Ganges Harbor, it will. There's an area in the breakwater where the boats are because a lot of fresh water goes in there. It flows into there and it sits on top of the salt water. So yeah, it would be frozen right now. I guarantee. I got videos of it frozen. Watch my videos of the frozen harbor. I'll find you one. Let's just see. But to actually freeze the ocean, no. The salt water will never freeze. Never freeze. Let's see here. I'll find you one of the frozen harbor where there's palm trees in it too. It's actually pretty cool. So it's in by the breakwater and up near the shoreline. Let's just see. Frozen harbor. I have videos of everything. And remember, I shoot videos every single day. So palm trees beside a frozen harbor. There we go. Let's see here. I'm going to share you the link here. I shot this one 2 years ago. Let's see. There we go. And there it is. There's the link for you. There's the link for you right there. The bucket will collect the heat from the ground. Yeah, it is dry. So, yeah, no, the ocean never freezes around Salt Spring Island because the ocean temperatures are warmer than the air temperature. It's rare that the ocean would ever go below 7 degrees Celsius here, right? In the winter, in the coldest months. But if you have fresh water on top, it's a whole different story. That was the last freeze. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm reading some of my Facebook comments here too. That's what I'm doing. I'm on my like page here, and I got lots of comments. I post stuff that stirs up a little crap. Okay, where are we? Okay, so there you go. Yeah, check out that video right there. Thought about planting some on the edge. Thought about planting some on the edge palms at the edge beach. Yeah, well, we live 900 feet from the beach, so that would be, they would, it's too dry down there. They would never grow down there unless you watered them. There is across the street from me, there's a big palm tree growing in front of a guy's house. It's out our third driveway, and across the street, there's a house there where I gave a guy a palm tree years and years ago, a baby one, and it's pretty big now. But they have irrigation in there. But if you didn't irrigate them down there, it's very rocky, poor soil. They would dry up and die in the summertime. Yeah, but I mean, there's palms in town near the ocean. Those ones are irrigated at Grace Point, but the ones in front of the local pub are not irrigated. Where are we? I'll find. Where is it? This one here. Here's a good one right here where the ocean. I shot this 4 years ago. Check out this video, man. Here's some palm trees beside a frozen ocean right here on Salt Spring Island. I shot this 4 years ago, this video. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, it'd be milder down at the beach for sure. Yeah, a little bit milder. Probably maybe a degree or two milder than even our lowest, coldest or mildest area here. Yeah, it's always mild right beside the ocean. Definitely. But they do get more wind. That's the problem. You know what I mean? And wind is not good when you get cold temperatures like these. Wind desiccates, it freeze dries the plants, man. It just absolutely sucks. And you know, when I used to live on the mainland, I lived about 25, 30 miles southeast of Vancouver, and we used to get brutal outflow winds in the wintertime. I'm serious. They were so cold, your face would freeze. So you get like, you know, temperatures of minus 12 degrees Celsius in winter. That's 10 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you get 60K winds. So 40-mile-an-hour winds blowing, maybe 50 sometimes, gusting to 70. It would freeze dry every palm tree that was exposed. Video with a pond or a lake frozen. That's a pond. That's a lake. Yeah. That's an old palm tree. That lake would be frozen right now, guaranteed. That's Cushion Lake. That's the oldest, one of the oldest palm trees on our island. That's Cushion Lake. Let me just see. Palm tree beside a frozen lake. I'd have to look for it. Palm. Just a minute. I got to find my channel. Let me just go to the other. Let's see here. It could be even on my other channel too, because I have another YouTube channel, so it could be on there. Palm tree beside frozen lake. Oh, there it is. 7 years ago. Look at that. That's pretty cool, eh? 7 years ago. Here you go. Here's a link for you. Hello, Jesse. How's it going? How's things in North Delta? There it is. I'm guessing the harbor protects the waves from breaking the ice. Yeah, and we don't get a lot of waves here either. It just we're pretty sheltered out here. You got to remember, Salt Spring Island is surrounded by other Gulf islands to these. Oh, it's grown lots. The palm. I first discovered that palm in 1989 when I was out there in a rubber dinghy. I know the lady. I asked her all about it. They bought the house in 1977. The palm tree was there. They said the original owner planted it in 1968. So it's been there a long time. Long time. I should actually post that video here on my Facebook channel. That's what I got to do. That's what I got to do. I'm going to share that so people can see it. Come on. There we go. So that was 7 years ago I shot that. Oh, it's grown definitely lots more. There's a really old one in town that was planted in the mid 1960s. Not that tall though. I'm going to say it's probably got 20 feet of trunk on it. Some just don't grow tall as some don't grow tall as other ones for some weird reason, but it looks beautiful. Anyway, how's everything out in North Delta, Jesse? Is it cold? Is it snowy? We have snowflakes falling here now, and a lot of them coming down. Tiny little flakes, tiny little snowflakes falling here on the Gulf Islands. That's not a good thing. I thought we were freaking done with it. I thought we were done with this nonsense. Anyway, if I get time, maybe in the spring, I'll go down there and I'll try to do an update on that palm tree, the tall one beside the lake. Of course, the lake's not going to be frozen, but I guarantee that lake is frozen right now. That's a very cold area of Salt Spring Island. It's surrounded by. It's kind of like a valley. It's kind of lake in a valley. It's surrounded by mountains, right? Any chance of windmill? No. Without protection, no. You'd have to. There are people that grow palms in Ontario, but they have to box them in and put heat with them. The only place a Trachycarpus / windmill palm tree will ever grow in Canada without any winter protection long term is on the Pacific coast of Canada, and only they do best with up to 10 kilometers away from the ocean. Once you get farther than 10K from the ocean, well, then you can probably count on them getting heavily winter damaged in a bad winter or killed. Needle palm, it might be able to work Papyrofilum hystrix up against a house, and in the worst winters, maybe put something around it, string some mini lights through it or something. There's Mike in there from Pennsylvania. I'll show you what it's looking like here. Let me go out and show you. I'm going to show you what I'll show you what a crappy winter day looks like. It looks like this. Look at just when everything melted off palms, we are getting more snow, right? We're getting some more snow. That's what heats our house right there. Gotta love wood heat. And here, we'll show you. Very light flakes coming down now, and it's around 33 degrees. So you can see out there the palm trees in the snow, right? It's not a nice winter day, man. It sucks. I hate winter. I really do. I don't like winter at all. Wendy rather be in Costa Rica. Wendy was just showing me some pictures of her Costa Rica trip. It's like, how nice is that? Costa Rica, man, just freaking awesome. Let me just plug that back in. There. Okay. And here. Okay. Yeah, I would try needle palm or sable minor too. Sable minor from good ecotype. That's what you want. You want Warren, city of Warren, Arkansas, or you want McCurtain County, Oklahoma. Those are the most cold. I think those are the most two cold tolerant ecotype of sable minor. We had minus 11 in Sweden. My track here still looks great. We had snow. Oh, good. So minus 11 C, that's around 12 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that. About 12 degrees Fahrenheit. Let me look that up. Minus 11 C is F. Minus 11 C is 12.2. I was close. 12.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, as long as you don't have wind. If you had wind with that, it makes it so much worse, right? But anyway, small snake, try a needle palm or a sable minor in Toronto, and look up palm trees in Ontario. Hang on. You know what? There's lots of videos. Palm trees in Ontario. James grows palms in Ontario, and he protects them in the wintertime. How to protect a palm tree? Canadian winter, that's 5 years ago. He's got a lot of palm videos, this guy. Okay, here you go. Here's this. This is the guy's channel you probably want to watch. This is James Palms. It's a guy I know that grows palm trees. Okay, and here you go. Palm trees in Ontario. Subscribe to his channel, and you will see palm trees in Ontario. But like I say, with they got to box them in the wintertime. Somebody commenting. Okay, where are we? Here we are. Okay. So anyway, check out that link right there if you want to learn about palm trees in Ontario and how to overwinter them. You can grow palm trees anywhere you want if you're willing to put some effort into it, right? Seedling, yeah, we have mule and we have a nice one in the greenhouse. We have a big 5-gallon one in there. We have a Perigubea and a Ceroxylon as well, a 5-gallon Ceroxylon quinduense, Parajubea cocoides, whatever you want to call it, and we have a mule palm. I think it's a Butia jubea in the non-heated greenhouse. We just have Christmas lights in there, and definitely got below freezing in there. Got below 32 degrees. I went in there on the coldest days, and there's kind of crusty on the tops of the pots, frozen and hardier. Tachycarpus teakheel is apparently fast growing, but I don't know if I have any true ones. That's the problem. I think any ones that I've ever grown from seed were never true teakeel. I have teakeel hybrids. I have Trachycarpus teakeel hybrids right now but they're small. For potting a mule palm, if you're going to put it in a pot, I like to use if it's going to be, you want to put it in a big pot, I'd use like Pro Mix or Sunshine Mix 4 mixed with some potting soil. In my nursery stock, I like to use wood chips. So in the smaller 1 gallon to 5 gallon, I use wood chips with potting soil or topsoil. But a planter or something, I would probably use a planter box mix or potting soil. It's lighter with a bit of Pro Mix HP or Sunshine Mix 4 with it because it has perlite in it too, better drainage. I'm successful with Musabaju with protection. I cut it down. Yeah, and they're tough, those Musabaju. That's the thing. They're hardy to -20. Mark Latisseur in Ottawa grows them in zone 5, and he has these massive Musabaju in Ottawa, and he covers them. I think he puts straw over them, and then he puts a tarp over top of them. The difference is in the fronds too, especially when they get a bit older. I think it's kind of harder to tell when they're young, and I think the younger strap life leaves have 4 ridges, is where Trachycarpus has 2 ridges. Trachycarpus fortunei has 2 ridges, and teakeel has 4 ridges, I've heard. So any teakeel I've ever grown have not been real teakeel, even though I've bought them as teakeel seeds. Pro Mix is peat and perlite. Yeah, Pro Mix HP. Pro Mix HP, high porosity, or Sunshine Mix 4. Comes in a bale. Comes in like a 3.8 cubic foot bale, something like that. 50-50. Maybe even a little bit less than 50-50. What's my gym routine? Well, I haven't been working out since I had my heart surgery, so I have to take it easy for a month. I did work out after about a week after I thought I was healed, and then I buggered myself up, and then I had to go back to the doctor, and he says you can't work out till at least the end of the month. But I work out 5 days a week. 5 days a week, I'm in the gym. My own gym, right, Wendy? My own gym. I have my own gym. I have one in the bedroom. I have a Bowflex Ultimate 2. And then I have a gym downstairs in the basement, all free weights. I have about 650 pounds of free weights, York with Weider benches. So one day I go on one day I'll go on the Bowflex, and then the next day I do the free weights, and I just alternate like that, Monday to Friday, and then I take the weekends off. But when I was younger, I used to work out 7 days a week, and I'd be in there for like over an hour doing it. Now, it's minimal. The time I work out, I don't work out that long. Downstairs, I'll work out for maybe a maximum of just about a half hour, and then upstairs, it's same, something like that. Just short. I just do it to stay in shape. That's all. It's more habit. That's what it is. Routine. That's all it is. It's routine because I've been doing it since I was 16 years old. 17 years old. September 1981. No, I don't take any supplements. I just try to eat well. I cut out the junk food. You know what I mean? And I try to eat a lot of vegetables, fruit, drink a lot of water, kind of stay away from the alcohol. Once in a while I'll have a beer if I go over to Hal's place. But yeah. And I do get a lot of working out at work too, because I have a pretty physical job, even though it's only 3 days a week. I'm physical, put it that way. I'm always moving and doing things, every year I chop a bunch of wood. This year I didn't have to chop wood because last year I chopped so much wood. I got enough wood for this year to heat our house. So last year I chopped 4 cords of wood. This year I don't have to chop any wood. It's awesome. But next year I might have to chop some wood. So we'll see what happens. But I just do it because I feel good about doing it. Wendy likes to go for walks, so she's good for me because otherwise I probably wouldn't walk much. You know what I mean? I get enough action around here, but I like to go out for walks with her. So we do that. We'll walk up in Channel Ridge. Sometimes we'll go up to the top of Mount Erskine. And I want to try out my new, after my heart surgery here, I should be able to hike the top of that mountain better because I'm not getting shortness of breath anymore. That was the problem. I had that 80% plugged artery. causing problems for me. So now that they got the heart stent in there, more blood flow going through, and I feel so much better. Like I had lots of energy before, but I have more now. But anyway, I used to take supplements, Ted. I used to take protein powder, Don Bosco's Formula 95. I used to take weight gainer. I used to take amino acids, arginine, ornithine, is it lysine? Amino acids, and I'd take Progain anabolics, which were natural off the market a long time ago. You know what? Somebody wanted to offer us something on our house, but we turned down the offer. It wasn't good enough for us, and we went through the whole process of going through Costa Rica, the immigration process. Then the mandates came in, and because Wendy and I aren't jabbed, we couldn't go really. And then the Costa Rican consulate lost our marriage certificate. So because the government brought in mandates and we weren't jabbed, we couldn't leave the country. So that really effed us over. And we only had a 6-month window to get everything done. So we got everything done. And then right at the end, the Costa Rican government consulate lost our marriage certificate. And that was a vital piece of important paper that we needed, a document. And their 6-month window had run out. So I guess it wasn't meant to be, right? So we're still here on Salt Spring Island, which probably isn't a bad thing. Salt Spring's a good thing. Although Costa Rica would probably be a lot more fun being in the tropics right now and live streaming from a tropical. Any other country you're considering? We're not considering. We were looking at Mexico. What are you considering, Wendy? Are you considering another country? Right now? No. Wendy says not right now. Not right now. We're not looking at anything else. We were looking at Laredo, Mexico. But you know what? I think right now we're just going to stay put. If things go totally sideways, we could always sell this place. And we were looking at Vancouver Island too. We're looking at Cowichan Bay on Vancouver Island, which is nice, which is just kind of just south of Salt Spring Island. It's actually right across from Salt Spring Island, across kind of from the south end of Salt Spring Island. Because Cowichan Bay is beautiful. And there's lots of nice big palm trees there too. It's a seaside community. But right now, no, we're not gonna go anywhere. Housing market's a little bit different now. It was way better a couple of years ago. Where in Mexico? Laredo. We're looking at Laredo, Mexico, down in the Baja. So one sec, I'm gonna put a piece of wood on the fire. Gotta keep the wife warm. Hey, Liv. How you doing? Hey. It's snowing today. Hey. How is this?
I'm reading. I'm just reading. Concentrate. So, oh, yeah.
Okay. What the hell?
I'm studying.
Okay, so we're looking at Loreto. How's that spelled? Loreto? I think that's how you spell it. Loreto, something like that. That actually looked really nice there too. And houses sure were cheap. Sure were cheap, man. Okay. Anyway, yeah, it'd be nice to be somewhere warm right now, wouldn't it? Somewhere tropical. I don't like snow. I absolutely hate winter. As I get older, I dislike it even more. I used to love skiing, and now I don't care if I ever go to the top of a mountain, unless I'm hiking to the top of one here on Salt Spring. And thank God we do have mountains here on Salt Spring. And there's no palm trees up in our mountains here, I'll tell you that. No palms. It is a palm-free zone up there. It's funny. I just got kicked off of Twitter for 1 week. They've banned me for 1 week. I cannot post on Twitter for 1 week because there was something at WEF. It was Krista Freeland at WEF, and I said, "Hang 'em high." That's what I said. I said, "Hang 'em high," and I said, "Hang 'em high," and they didn't like that. So he says, "I cannot post for how many? Let's see. I have six days and about 15 hours I can post from." Laredo looks good. It was actually a really nice area. Wendy and I looked at a lot of real estate there, and we could have sold this place for a pretty penny and got something really nice in Laredo, but didn't happen. So anyway, we're here to stay, but our plans were to move to Costa Rica. We downsized. We sold a lot of stuff too. It's amazing how much stuff we sold. And because that was our plan, she even looked into us moving containers. She called the moving company. She called the moving company, and we looked in getting a storage container dropped on our property to load it up. We were gung ho to move to Costa Rica, but didn't happen. Anyway, I think we're getting ads right now, aren't we? It looks like an ad just was inserted. I know they're a bit of a pain in the butt. Sorry about that, but that's the way YouTube works, right? So, you know, Twitter is okay, but they still have censorship on there, and I don't like that. I don't like censorship. It sucks. See that behind me? That's Wendy's Charter of Rights right there. There's the Charter of Rights on the wall right there. That's something Trudeau should read. Funny because Elon Musk was tweeting insulting. Yeah, and I said that, and I got kicked off. I'm now kicked off of Twitter for a week. Isn't that unreal? So next Thursday I'll be allowed back on Twitter. That's just a freaking joke, man. I just can't believe that our freedom of speech is banned here in Canada. You can't say what you want. Really annoying. It really is. Man. That, yeah. Nothing wrong with saying hang 'em high, is there? I don't think there is. Yeah, some rogue employee, no doubt. I tried to appeal it, but they said no. Said you can appeal it. I tried. Nope. So I'm still kicked off for saying. That's all I said was hang them high. WF, hang WEF, hang them high. WF members. It's banned all over the internet almost these days. It's crazy, man. I absolutely am so against censorship. It's not even funny, man. I'm 100% into freedom of speech, and I say it like it is. And I'm not into any of the crap that's going on nowadays. I'm just not into it at all. I just don't buy into any of that bull crap. So many people do, but that's not me. I'm still old school and not into anything politically correct either. I absolutely hate that crap too. I'm not a politically correct person. You'd know that if you met me in person. I'm not politically correct. Some people get offended by that, but I don't really give a rat's, right? You can't say Merry Christmas anymore because it might offend somebody. Never thought YouTube would become. I know. So I got to watch. Do you have any streaming services? You mean like Rebel or something like that? What do you mean? Or you mean like other than YouTube? We get Rebel News and stuff like that. But no, just I'm only a YouTuber. That's it. Oh, Netflix. Wendy has Prime. She got rid of Netflix. We have Prime. So she's watching a movie on there the other day. Yeah. So I don't know what she has on Prime, but she gets.
I just have basic.
She has basic Prime, she said.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and she just watches it on her computer because, like I said, we chucked our big screen TV in the garbage a couple of years ago. It broke. Not going to get it fixed. Not going to get another one. And just, I really don't watch much TV, but she'll just watch things on her computer, which is good enough for her. So I don't know if we'll ever get another TV. We have a small one, I think, in the B&B, little TV, like a little flat screen. But in our house, no TV anymore. But yeah, it's that's what this government's done to Canada. I don't know if it's like that in the States, but it's not good the way it is up here, man. Taking away people's rights really does suck. And they're even making it illegal to say certain things too. It's unbelievable. You say certain words, you can get charged. It's like that's what the authoritarian leader. Well, they're trying to scare people. It doesn't scare me. That's why I speak my mind even on Twitter and Facebook. Have you ever seen the UFO documents videos? No, I haven't seen the latest ones because I believe in UFOs. Did you see it? Yeah, I saw the UFC fighter rant about Canada. That was awesome. He's talking to I don't know, it was a CBC reporter or something, and he just said it like it is. I think, did I share that on my Twitter? I saw it on Twitter. That's where I actually saw it on Twitter. Yeah, that guy said it like it was. It was awesome. He's totally not into any of the woke crap or the stuff that the government's doing. Right? Yeah, that was great. It talked about freezing the bank accounts and stuff like that. But no, I haven't seen the UFO documents or videos. Are they updated? Is there updated UFO documents and videos on YouTube? Send me a link. Can you put the link here? Is it from the Pentagon or NASA or what? Like, I'd like to watch them. Are they actually showing? Do they actually show aliens? Or are they showing alien craft? Or just kind of talking about it? I'd be curious. I like stuff like that. That is super cool. Okay, find it and post a link on here. Anything to do with UFOs, I love anything with. I can't wait to be a flight attendant. Yeah, yeah. If you're going to be a flight attendant, that's a good job, Jesse. So, would you move from North Delta to Richmond or Seattle? Would you live like or in Vancouver, closer to the YVR, closer to the airport? Probably be better, right? Because it's a bit of a commute from YVR to North Delta. Is it still snowing out in North Delta? I have to ask. What's it like out there right now? What road did you live on? Wendy lived in North Delta. What road did you live? 89. Wendy lived on 89A Avenue. Do you know where that is, Jesse? 89A. It's snowing here right now. 116. 89A. 89A. And by Gibson School. Do you know where Gibson School is? Oh, you live on 112th in Nordell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know where that is. Remember Nordell? You know where Nordell, where the truckers go? There was a scale. I used to have to go to Nordell with my Freightliner when I trucked over there. I'd come over the Alex Fraser Bridge, and I'd go down to the Nordell where the trucks go through the scale, right? And then I'd head off and do my run out into the Fraser Valley, go through Surrey and stuff like that. That was a long time ago. Yes, so Wendy was on 89th A and around 112th by Gibbons School. Cool. What year class was she from in North Delta? 1977. And actually, you can see it. The North Delta actually has their page on there. Where did I see that? There's actually a YouTube. It's on YouTube actually too, but they actually do have a website. Let's just see. North Delta. I think the video was shot like 1981. North Delta. Let's see. North Delta 25th reunion intro. 25th reunion intro. Oh, that's cool. There's actually a video. There's North Delta, man. That's the 25th reunion intro. That's old. That's crazy. Okay. Here, check out this link, Jesse. This is old, man, from North Delta. Is that where Ray is? Oh, you were 2013. Wow. 2013. God, my oldest son graduated 2009. And then, yeah, Ryan was 2009. Sammy was 2012. And Trevor was 2018. So Ray lives in North Delta. Eh? There is actually a North Delta secondary class video grad reunion. North Delta secondary grad. I think it's 1982. So Wendy was already North Delta 25th high school reunion, 1982. Oh my God. There's videos of it. Holy cow. That's crazy. Unreal. That was so long ago. Have you heard about the UFO in Zimbabwe where 60 kids said UFO landed it? No. Really? He lives in Delta. Ray lives in Delta. That's crazy. He used to live in Tawasin. Wendy lived in Tawasin too. Hey, I want to see that video, Rocket Man. And that sounds cool. That would be in Africa. Wow. North Delta. I wonder if there's one from 1977. There's none from 1977. So it's open. We can watch one and see Wendy in there. Oh, there it is. Facing History Class of 1977 reunion. North Delta. Class of 77 reunion. Wow, I wonder if Wendy was there. Let's see. Very interesting. 77. How much snow have you had there? We had 7.5 inches and it's still snowing for the last hour or so. So I'm going to say we've got probably it's pretty light snow coming down. Bet you another half inch. So we've had about 7, probably 3/4 inches of snow. I wouldn't move to Richmond just for the commute because it's not like a regular job where you're commuting. Okay. Yeah, because Richmond's pretty busy. I lived in Richmond. I lived there a long time ago. So there's, yeah, no, they want more snow here tomorrow. Yeah, it's snowing here right now. Tomorrow's supposed to rain. This is tomorrow, rain, 40 degrees and rain. Man, unreal, man. This weather sucks. Terrible. Class reunion of 77. Let's just see, North Delta. I'm trying to find the video on North Delta grad reunion 1982. That was a 25th high school reunion in North Delta 1982. That means those people graduated in 1967. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, because you'll be out of the country flying around. Mid 50s in 7. Yeah, we'll be up there too. Our cold is on its way out. We're above freezing right now. It's around just above freezing, so the perfect combination for snow. It's 33 degrees. Snow's coming down good now. Lots of snow. I'm glad I'm not working. Glad I don't have to drive in it. It's North Delta reunion. Wow. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of looking at North Delta. I'm going to go look at the 10-year reunion. Huh. So anyway, yeah, it's winter in the Great White North, and it certainly looks like it out there, man. So the tree fern fronds are fried, and they get fried at temperatures below 20 degrees Fahrenheit. It is freaking cooked, but it will put out some new ones in the spring. New fronds will unfurl in the spring, and I'm not too worried about it. It's happened a few times over the years, right? It's been there it'll be 30 years. I planted that thing. Yeah, that's what we are here right now. We're 33 degrees. It's 33 degrees and snowing this far north at 48 degrees north latitude. It is coming down good. I'll go show you. Let's see how much accumulation's on the palm trees. Let's go look. Ready? Oh man. Look at the snow out there. Lots of it. So they're starting to see that? That's what it's looking like right there. There's your snowy palms. Right? Coming down good. Lots of snow. Lots of snow is sticking to my antenna. Oh, it's actually not sticking to my antenna today. It's actually must be drier snow. Huh. Oh no. It defoliates when it gets cold. It's good. It won't hurt it. Every year I got to cut the fronds off anyway. They turn brown at the end of summer. So the old fronds. So it's normal. It will do that when it gets cold. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to lose their fronds when it gets cold. And but most of the time it's evergreen. Never kill that tree fern here. Yeah. Have you ever been to where's that? I've heard of them. Never been there though. I don't know if I want to go there. But yeah, no, it's have you ever been to Dildo? No. Never heard. What's around us? We're in the Southern Gulf Islands. Where is that? look. No, no, that's on the Gulf Islands. Where is that? Whereabouts is that place? There's one in no, there's one in Newfoundland. There's not. I don't think there's one here. No, I don't think there is one. No, in Newfoundland. Let's see. It says Newfoundland, Labrador. It's on the East Coast. There's none here though. Let's see. Not that I know. I don't see. I've never heard of one. Nope. Yeah, they're Newfoundland. Definitely Newfoundland. There's nothing like that around here. Yeah. Yeah, very far from here, man. Very far from our Gulf Islands, that's for sure. So nice streaming on this other. I'm on my other computer right now. This is my other one that I didn't have working for a long time. The stream, I couldn't get it going. And of course, stupid me, Wendy looks at it last night and she presses the little button there with the cross through the camera. And she says that you had your streaming, your camera turned off, the webcam for like a year. I want to go to the island where Kenches are native to. Lord Howe, that'd be nice. That's in the South Pacific. I have some Kenches. We have a beautiful Kencha right here. Where is it? Oh, that's a beauty. There's one right in front of me. There's a cluster of 3 in that pot, and we have a big one in the basement. I know. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, Newfoundland. Wouldn't that be a crazy place to live? Dildo, Newfoundland? No thanks. It's a weird name for a town. Yeah, Kenchas are amazing. They're slow growers and they're expensive. We bought our. I've had some in a pot for probably 25 years, big ones, and they're down in the basement. But they're root bound too. But these ones in this pot here we have in the living room, bought at Canadian Tire, cheap, and they're actually growing really well. Let me show you. Here, I'll just take this laptop. I'm on a laptop, so I got to unplug it here. Hang on. I'll show you. Wendy looks after them. This is her thing. This is her thing. There's some Kenchas. Those are Kenchas right there. All right. Aren't those beautiful? There's 3 in that pot. And we're looking out the living room window right now. Look at that. That is a wintry scene. Oh, man. This snow sucks. Look at that. Doesn't hurt the palm trees, though. Then there's a Camadoria right there. But that almost looks like it has spider mites. It does. It does have spider mites on it. Dang. It's really dry. Is it dry? Yeah, it kind of feels dry. I'm going to have to water that. I'm going to have to water it. Ah, look at that. Snow coming down like crazy. In the Great White North, man. I look forward to one day going on a tropical vacation. That's what I look forward to. It's very palmy here. Imagine being on the phone with a customer in service and they ask you your address. You have to say dildo. I would. I'd say dildo. I think that'd be funny. Yeah, it's pretty palmy here. There's lots of palm trees. So anyway, I can't wait to go. I can't wait till everything thaws out. And then I go down into the deep ravine and I want to see how those Swampsonii palms are doing. You know, I have a feeling they're going to be just fine. And then I'll head across to the nature trail and we'll do a video of the palm trees growing in the nature trail too, because there's a boggy area. Quesadilla. You're craving a quesadilla? Quesadillas are good. We're doing fish tacos tonight. Wendy says we're doing fish tacos tonight. And Wendy makes awesome fish tacos. She has, I think she usually uses bassa. It's a whitefish. Mm-hmm. That's good tea. That's holy basil, and green tea. So yeah, I love a quesadilla. So did your guys' power go out at any time during this deep freeze? We didn't lose power. I'm quite amazed. You know, with the heavy snow on the trees and stuff, and trees breaking sometimes with the snow, they fall on the power lines, and nothing. No, we haven't lost any power here. This one, thank God. And it's the worst when we lose it in the coldest nights because we have a pump house, and if the pump house freezes, our water would freeze. That would suck. Am I forced to stay in Canada because we have not taken the special medicine? No, we could leave now. we could leave now if we wanted to. You know what I mean? But right now we're just going to stay put and we'll see what happens.
You can't work in certain professions, you know?
What's that? Yeah, you can't work in certain professions in Canada. If you're a doctor or a nurse or a healthcare, if you're health dentist, you have to be jabbed. You actually have to be jabbed. And you know what? All the nurses and doctors that didn't take the jab, they fired them and they still have not hired them back. That's how corrupt the government is in Canada. There, I said it. And I'm glad I said it. It's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, no, we could leave if we wanted to. It'd be nice to go to the States, but the problem is they still have an idiot leader down there too. They got Biden, and that guy's a complete moron. I call him Trudeau dumb and dumber. Right? So, but you know, there are some states I'd definitely like to live in: Arizona, Texas, Arkansas, Florida. You know, but yeah, up here, yeah, I wish I could control the weather. I think they do. It's weird. Would you think? It's weird. Would you think denying exit from your country would break some human right? They do. They've broken lots of human rights here in Canada. Yeah, no, we couldn't even go on a plane when the scamdemic was on. When the scamdemic was on, Wendy and I could not go on a plane. We could not go on a cruise ship. We could not go on a bus. We could not go on a train. We could not go to movie theaters. We could not go to restaurants. We could not go to sporting events. We couldn't go to a lot of things, man. You know what I mean? It's just no restaurant. We weren't even allowed to go to restaurants because you had to have, or a gym. Couldn't go to a, yeah, you'd have to have the Vax pass. And we wouldn't want to be any part of that crap because it is crap. It's bull crap. It's all crap. It's discrimination. You know what I mean? It's just unbelievable. Then the government froze people's bank accounts too. During the truckers' freedom protest, the government actually froze your bank account if you donated any amount of money to that rally. I'm going to call it a rally. Yeah, I'm serious, man. I'm dead serious. That's what this Trudeau government did. He's an authoritarian dictator, tyrant, piece of you know what. My hockey league let people fake. Oh, right on. So your hockey team let people with fake vaccine passports play. It's total racist. Blast off. He's and the guy running this country's crazy. I skipped the special medicine too. It's not. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. If it worked, then all those people that are jabbed keep getting sick. You know what I mean? Everybody I know that's taken the special medicine keeps getting sick. We haven't. We caught it once. We caught that Chinese flu once in June 2022, early June. And Wendy brought it home from her art class, and it came from a couple of triple jabbers that were visiting from California. And then they spread it to the class. You know what I mean? It's just like, what a joke. So I got it from her. And it was like a bad flu. Another NBA coach died suddenly with a heart attack the other day, 44 years old. Got it. Nobody's going to question that, though, are they? No. It worked for you. It worked for you. It worked for me. You actually took that stuff? You actually took that stuff. Hey, oh, God. Yeah, it didn't work. Wouldn't work for me. I don't want it. I got my immune system. And I'll tell you how good my immune system is. My immune system is this good. We wanted to go, our friends asked us to go on a cruise, and I've told this story before. This was a couple of years ago. Our friends asked us to go on a cruise. So we phoned the cruise line, and the cruise line says you have to be fully vaccinated to go on the cruise with all the 3,000 other people that are vaccinated on the cruise. So we phoned him. I phoned him. I says, can't go on the cruise because we're not vaccinated. And he comes back from the cruise, and he comes back and he's sick. He gets the Chinese flu. Yeah. Well, maybe it works for you. Maybe you had saline. Some people, I think they have saline. I don't think everybody, they give that special medicine. I just would never put that stuff in me because I know what's in it. It's bad news, man. I'm not saying that either. If you look what's in that stuff, it is really bad news. My youngest son really regrets taking that stuff. It's not good. It's it changes your DNA. It's not very good stuff, man. So I wouldn't get any more if I were you. That's my opinion. I would just trust your immune system. Anyway, I trust my immune system. My buddy comes back from the cruise. He was sick as a dog. He had that Chinese flu, testing positive. I said, hey, I'm going to come over and visit you. He says, you probably don't want it. Visit me because I got that. He got it on a cruise ship where everybody was vaccinated. He came back sick. He's vaccinated. And I went over there, and guess what? I spent a few days over at his place. He came in my truck with me, and I never got it. I never got it the second time. I only got it once. I rarely get sick. But the way they forced it down people's throats here, that really turned me off. They really did try to force it down people's throats. And you know that as well as I do, anybody in Canada. They coerced people. I had to quit my job because of it. I had to quit my parks job. I had a very good job, and I had to take early retirement because they forced the special medicine on us. They want us to get 2 tablespoons of the special medicine by December 13th, 2021. And I said, nope, not going to do that. And I retired after 19 years at the Parks Department. Great job, too. Really, really upsetting. So many people lost their jobs. And I worked with a guy that didn't want to get it, and he got it, and he's injured now. He can't work. He's so sick. I pumped him the other day in the store, and it really
Yeah, got canes.
I effed him up. It effed him up. He's got canes. He's actually got walking sticks now to support himself. He looks like an old man, and he's 10 years, 11 years younger than me. I couldn't believe it, man. This is a guy that didn't want to get it. He took it to keep his job. I remember I was working with him that day, and it wrecked his arm for about a week. He couldn't even sleep on that side of his body. He was in so much pain, and now he can't work. He's on permanent disability from the stuff. It actually, he's got, I'm going to say, well, he's injured from it. It injured him. And he's not the only guy I know that's injured from that stuff. So you couldn't pay me $1 billion to ever put that stuff in my body, man. I wouldn't care if you opened up a suitcase in front of me. I wouldn't do it ever because I know it's bad news, that stuff, man. Bad news. I know so many people that have gotten sick, and I know so many people that have actually died after that shot. One guy I used to train with in Taekwondo. A couple days after he got it, he had a heart attack and died. And he was 1 year older than me. It's not a drag. I went to his funeral. 1 year older than me, and he takes a special medicine and he drops dead. But nobody questioned it. Nobody questioned it. I do. I question everything. I question the narrative, right? Yeah. Well, I'm glad it worked for you, man. I'm glad it worked for you, and it probably did work for some people. But how do you know it did work for you? If you didn't have it, your immune system probably would have worked for you too. That got me kicked off of Facebook too. I said, we have an immune system. Let's let it work for us. And I got booted off of Facebook for saying that. I would cut my arm off, become an American, but I would let them ban me from America because I wouldn't take it. Yeah, I wouldn't take it either, man. You could not pay me all the money in the world to ever take that. I call it poison. It's the poison shot. You know what I mean? But hey, all my kids took it. Wendy's family took it. The only one in her family that didn't take it is her daughter. Her daughter didn't take it, but her son had to take it to keep his job, and he's got a good job. And that's the thing. It was coercion.
He also gets sick all the time.
But he gets sick all the time now. Her son, healthy guy, gets sick all the time. My sister had it and started to get it, and it went away. We took ivermectin. That's what we took. We took ivermectin when we got that Chinese flu, and then it went away. So I'll tell you, when you listen to the news, it's fear mongering. They try to scare you with this crap, right? It's not the truth. It's complete crap. So the survival rate of that Chinese flu is 99% or so. Okay, so the odds of dying from it are very slim, and people die from the flu every year. There are a lot of similarities between the vaccine and what happened. I know in the Bible, absolutely. Well, next they want us to put a chip in our arm. That's what they're talking about. So put a chip in your hand so you can scan, so you buy or sell anything, right? And that's what it says, I think, in Revelations. And I'm not a religious guy, but yeah, they want us to be slaves. WF want us to be their slaves. So the elite will be up top eating their steak and flying around in their jets, and we're going to be eating bugs. Ain't going to happen. Never going to happen. Never, ever going to happen. I will never comply to utter bullcrap, and neither will Wendy. Wendy will not comply to bullcrap. And I told that to my manager, the guy that manages the store where I work. I says, if they ever bring back the mandates where we have to wear diapers, I'll be gone. He says, don't worry, Joe. I will never, ever make anybody wear a face diaper here. Yeah, in the Bible. I know. That's what it says in Revelations. Make sure you read ingredients on your food at the grocery. They're putting bugs in a lot of food now. I know they are. Yeah, they're putting crickets and beetles and crap like that in there. Oh, yeah, no, we read the ingredients because I really watch my cholesterol intake, saturated fat. A lot of superstore brand food has insects now. So they're really starting to sneak them in there, eh? Unreal. Hear that, Wendy?
Yeah. Interesting, eh?
That's what Jesse says. So we don't shop at Superstore. We shop at Country Grocer here on Salt Spring because we get a 30% discount. But when we're off island, once in a blue moon, we do go into Superstore over in Drunken, and we buy some stuff. But Wendy usually hits Costco. Costco over in Victoria. She'll do a Costco run. I like Superstore though. I mean, it's a Canadian store, and it's a pretty good store. They got some good stuff in there. Joe, I told you there is a God. Somebody's religious in there. Yeah, I'm not no number one member. I'm not no number one member of the God Squad, but we know there's got to be something after
Wendy
death.
is.
Wendy is. Mike, Wendy is. Wendy believes in all that stuff. I'm kind of like, yeah, in the middle. I'm in the middle. I mean, you know what I mean? Wendy believes in a higher power. Wendy definitely believes in a higher power. I think there's something more to this after we die. There's got to be something. We can't just be living here for, 50, 60, 80 years and then nothing after it. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm not religious. Wendy is. Wendy's religious. I'm spiritual. Wendy's spiritual. I'm more to Buddhism. I would more believe. I'd more tend to be Buddhism. So would Krista too. But you know what? And there's nothing wrong with being religious at all. Okay? Is there?
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, just kidding. Being born again, not religious. There you go. There you go. You're born again. Yeah. Well, Wendy and her daughter believe in higher power. Yeah. And you know what? There's got to be something after this. It's snowing like crazy, isn't it? Did you walk home?
On the way.
No way.
Where, the meeting?
No, I didn't walk. Marco gave me a lift.
Oh, cool.
Sorry.
Cool.
Oh, you
Anyway,
did anything.
so you know what? Yeah, it's good to believe in something. It's very good to believe in something. Yeah.
Look at
So,
this little turtle.
and there's nothing wrong. And if it makes you happy, then you do it. Did you see Biden is flagging the people who buy Bibles or Trump merchandise? No way. Are you kidding me? Got to get rid of Biden, man. He's just as bad as Trudeau. This is unbelievable, man. Unreal. Buddhist. Yeah. Buddhist blast off. Buddhism. Right. I think it's the oldest religion, isn't it, Wendy? Buddhism is the oldest religion.
Apparently, Buddhism is not a religion.
It's not a religion?
It's more of a way of life.
Okay, Buddhism's not a religion, it's a way of life.
Spiritual practice.
It's a spiritual practice, my ladies tell me here. Buddhism, you should go to Thailand. I went to some temples there. Oh, cool. Yeah, I've never been to Thailand, but my ex and my daughter's been there. And they liked it.
Oh, what?
That's interesting.
Buddhism.
Biden, man, he is evil. And he's probably part of the WEF, no doubt.
Oh,
I say it was a religion. She's like, it's not a religion. I'm like,
I thought it's a religion. No, racist. That King Joseph saying, yeah, he is a racist. I'm going to see his Buddhism. Let's just see. Buddhism is a philosophy, and a philosophy that developed from the doctrines of Buddha, a teacher who lived in northern India between the mid 6th and 4th centuries. What is Buddhism? Am I getting laggy? I shouldn't be. You know what? The wireless router is right beside me. The wireless router, here's the computer, and the wireless router is right here. It's right beside me. I shouldn't get laggy. I should not. So it's got to be on your end. There's no possible way because the wireless router. Okay, Wendy says it could be because we have crappy Wi-Fi. Anyway, you know what? Believe in what you want to believe in, and that's as long as it makes you happy. You're not hurting anybody. That's a good thing. Wendy is more leaning towards Buddhism. We have cable, but where's it hooked up to the router? There's no cables here. No, we have Telus wireless. We don't have any cable because you're on PC. I'm on a laptop. I'm on a laptop, a wireless right now, but I'm like I say, I'm right beside the wireless router, and that snow's coming down good. So anyway, is Buddhism a religion? Is Buddhism a religion? That's what I got to do. Is Buddhism a religion? A religion. Let's see. Buddhism is practiced by an estimated 495, or up to 535 million people. 7% of the 8% world's total population. China is the country with the largest population of Buddhists, approximately 244 million, or 18% of the total population, mostly followers of Chinese schools. Wow, cool. Is Buddhism the oldest religion? Is Buddhism the oldest religion? It probably would be, wouldn't it, if I plug it in? Yeah, I've tried gunner lots, man. I grew it at my last place back in the 80s. They were massive. People used to come into our garden. They say, "How'd you get your rhubarb so big?" I remember some old lady at my place at a garden tour. Well, how'd you get your rhubarb so big? I says, lots of special fertilizer, so badly. And then one time the pond level rose and covered up the crown of it, and it rotted. So it works. Lots of people grow gunner here, but I don't bother. I can't grow it in the upper garden. It's too dry up here, way too dry. But gunner is everywhere on Salt Spring, big ones too, huge ones in wet areas like beside ponds and stuff. Um, there's a lot of Buddhists around, according to Google. It's a bummer I can't respond to anything on. But anyway, yeah, we've tried so many different types of exotic plants over the last 40 years. But yeah, our gunnera we had was freaking massive. It was a beautiful plant. I had it in a mound of manure, and I used to water the living bejesus out of the thing, man. Water it a lot. They're pretty cool. They're a pretty cool conversation piece too. Kind of like, you know what? So many people grow musabaju now. They're not even interesting anymore. Like wet. Yeah, exactly. They don't like their crowns covered with water, right? And that's what happened down at our pond. But I can tell you one thing: the bamboo Fargesia robusta is still growing down there, and the swamp cypress. There's a taxodium. I have a bald cypress growing in the pond down there. It's huge. Now it's probably 40 feet tall at least, growing in the pond. Doesn't have any knees yet though, but it looks pretty darn nice. But man, the snow is just coming down in shovelfuls. It is coming down in shovelfuls. Wow. I'm glad I'm inside here. I could be in my radio room talking and doing a live gate on my other thing. I was surprised at bamboo hardiness. Oh, we have lots of bamboos grow here. Lots. We have so many species of bamboo in our garden. There's some major bamboo collectors on Salt Spring Island here. There's one guy has like 8 acres of just frick bamboo. I have videos of it. I have videos here on my YouTube channel of the bamboo forests. It's just absolutely amazing what grows here. The giant timber bamboo, all that stuff. We have, God, we must have. I'm going to say we must have about 15 or 20 different types of bamboo on our property here, at least, right? So lots of bamboo. I'm going to share that to my Facebook too. So I can't post anything on Twitter because I've been booted off of Twitter for a week. What a bunch of pricks, man. Fucking Twitter, man. What a joke, eh? Banning me for a week because I spoke my mind. I'm just so sick of that. Maybe I'm going to have to get rid of Twitter. I'll post them on. I'll post them on. If you want to see what I post on Facebook, you can go. Here's a link to my like page, and you can see what I post on my like page on Facebook. So this is not my regular page. That's my Facebook like page. Oh yeah, there's lots. We have oak. Yeah, there's lots of live oaks here. Yeah, there's big ones on Salt Spring Island. Yeah, there's a guy down the road. He's got his driveway lined with them. Yeah. Did you see the video I just shot of the live oak in Victoria? There's lots of them in Victoria too. And wow, laggy. I can still read Twitter, but I can't post. I can't respond to anybody. I can't even put any thumbs up to anybody. I can't. No, I'm kicked off. Yeah. Anyway, there's lots of live oaks that grow around here. I just uploaded a video. Maybe I just went on today of a live oak growing beside our hotel in Victoria. Where is it? It was right beside the Marriott Hotel, right in there, right on the grass there. It is. Let's see. There it is, right there. Evergreen live oak tree at the Marriott Hotel. Big one. Yeah, there's big ones all over the place here. I planted a California live oak, which is more tender, beside the cinema years ago, back in the 90s. It's massive. It's too dry for gunner in my garden. 11 degrees out my wash. Yeah, as long as you got them protected, Ryan, they should do okay. No hope in hell for Washingtonia robusta long term here. They will never work long term. It's still woke Nike Cal because they kicked me off for a week. I got banned today from Twitter for posting "Hang 'em high." I just said "Hang 'em high." WEF members hang 'em high. Something about Krista Freeland. Yeah, Twitter's not as good as they claim it is. You know what I mean? It's they shouldn't have any banning of anybody in there. I should be able to speak my mind. It's ridiculous. I'm sure the next time I'll just kick not sure Mexican. Yeah, Mexican fan palm, not cold hardy at all. Not for deep freezes, I'll tell you that. I've tried lots of them. That was the first palm I ever planted outside my garden at my last location. It was 1986, and they got fried the first winter, man. I had probably about 10 of them out there. And I made little 2x2 structures over them, but it was open around the side just to keep them dry, and they all died. Yeah. So, and I've experimented with them over the years. They're just no good here. Like, all the pot ones been growing in pots for years are looking awful. Yeah, they'll freeze. If the pot freezes, they're done. I brought ours in the basement. Yeah. Mild winters, they're good here. Bad winter like this, they'll be dead. We spent a lot on 4 palms and they're all died. No, they did yeah, all our palms are good. These ones are good here. It doesn't get cold enough to kill windmill palm trees, but it certainly will get cold enough to kill a date palm, a CIDP, and Washingtonia palms are no good here. They're absolutely useless unless you're going to protect them. So I don't bother with them here because I can't be bothered really, fussing over things that much. It's maybe when I was younger, I didn't mind doing it, but as I get older, it's like, nah, I just kind of want to look out at the palms and let them be survival of the fittest, right? Survival of the fittest in our garden when you go through these cold blasts. And it's cold. It was cold out there. Tofino got to -6. Not bad. We were way colder than them, man. We got to -9.8. As cold as we got here. The coldest temperature I recorded, -9.8. Yeah, I have a greenhouse, and it's cold in there. What about Phoenix? No, they're useless. They're absolutely useless here. We tried one in the late 1980s. Richard Wu brought one, a friend of mine in the Palm Society, imported it, died the first winter, man. They're not hardy here. They're totally short term anywhere here on the coast, where we are. Anywhere in BC that they can grow Mexican fan. Maybe, I don't even know if Tofino could, but I know in Tofino there's Brahia edulis, really nice one at Brian's garden, and he's got a nice date palm. So Tofino, Uculate, maybe Port Renfrew, over on the far west coast, right? Far west coast of Vancouver Island, it might be possible, right? Because they have huge cordylines over there. So it might be. I don't see any growing over there, though. That's the thing. People like my comments on there. They're commenting on my Facebook. Yeah, CIDB handles wet, cold weather better. See how mild it is in Brookings, Oregon? It's unbelievable. It's like 15 or 14, 15 in there today. They didn't have any cold. That's 11-hour drive south here. Afraid all my exotic could be toast. You can't tell for a while. I'm supposed to be an 8 You know what? Wait. You have to wait a while. Long after the freeze is passed, Ryan, then you'll really see if there's going to be damage. That's when it's going to show up, right? It will definitely show up. Yeah, in a cold, dry climate. Same with Phoenix dactylifera. Nanoropes, I've tried those too. And I've grown some from seed. They like it dry in the wintertime. I think it might have a chance here, maybe under an overhang or something on a south wall. There's BH. Hi, how you doing? I tried one at my last location on the mainland a long time ago, and it died. Palm Planet, how's it going? We got a cold, snowy day here. It's about 33 degrees and snowing. Yeah, mark the point and you'll see. Got down to 13. We got down to 14.3, the coldest on our property. Upper garden, 16.5. 16.5 in the upper garden, 14.3 down the bottom of the slope. And snow on the ground. Yeah, our Camarops will be okay, I'm pretty sure. I'll show Palm Planet because he likes palms. I'll show him what it's doing here. This is what it's doing here. It's looking like this. We got snow falling on the palm garden. And you can see the Stevenson screen down at the base of that slope there, the weather station. There's one weather station and pretty snowy. You can see the loquat. It's funny, all the snow was gone on the palms yesterday, and now it's back again because it's snowing. There you go, folks. There's for you snowy palm lovers. There's some snowy palm trees for you right there. Right? Lots of snowy palms, snowy bamboo, and snow falling on the Gulf Islands. Yeah. and sitting at about 33 degrees. It's wet. Yeah, it's wet snow, man. It is. It does look nice, but I don't like it. I don't like it. There are some in the UK that have. Palm was 12 here. Oh, it was 12 there, 12 Fahrenheit. Okay. So anyway, yeah, no, it got pretty darn cold here too. And I'm sure some areas of Salt Spring were down to single digits Fahrenheit. The coldest areas on Salt Spring, they were probably, I'm going to say minus 15 degrees, at least minus 15 degrees Celsius. Yeah. He's in Washington, D.C. Plastoff, he's in Washington. You have snow too. BH has snow too. Going to snow here again. School might be canceled. The school bus went by today. Yeah, cold with Arctic blast. Yeah, we got the cold. We didn't get any wind though. We had 3 nights where it was well below freezing, well below 20 degrees Fahrenheit. And then the daytime temperatures, one day the daytime temperature was like 19 degrees Fahrenheit or something like that. It was brutal. Yeah, I had a Joshua tree here for years, Yucca brevifolia. Kind of petered out. I had it in a bad spot. I grew it from seed. So I got to try another Yucca brevifolia. That's what a Joshua tree is. Same with me, man. I don't like snow at all. I hate it. It's just, I can live without it. I don't really need it in my life at this age, right? I'm ready for spring. I'm ready to ride my motorcycle, man. You know, I'm really ready to hop on my motorcycle and ride with Wendy on the back of my motorcycle and go for a nice ride off island. That's what I'm looking forward to. I can't wait. I really can't wait. You know, another good yucca to try is Jesse, Yucca elata. Yucca elata and Yucca rostrata. Look those ones up. Yucca rostrata. Yeah, and it's dangerous. What, the snow or the motorcycle? Motorcycle life is dangerous. Motorcycles, yeah. What about heat tolerance on trackie? Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't think they'd do very good in Death Valley. They would probably fry to death. You're better to try in Death Valley, like Phoenix dactylifera, Washingtonia flifera, Camarops humilis. Try Camarops humilis down there too. Brahia armata, Brahia edulis, Brahia clara. Those are the ones you want to. Some of the Brahias are beautiful. Brahia armata would love it down there. They're a beautiful, beautiful palm tree. Look up that one. You know that one? Brahia armata. You know, the trackies that I saw down in Anaheim looked like crap. They just, I don't know, maybe it's just too hot down there all the time for them. Yeah, it is the hottest place on earth. Too hot for trackies. Mediterranean fan palm, yep, that's Camarops humilis. And also, trackies can take 100 plus if it's dry. But yeah, exactly. Because, you know, I heard the ones down in Phoenix too. I heard there was some down in Phoenix and they didn't look good. Do you think that's true, Palm Planet? They can't grow them in the east, most of Florida and South Texas. That's right. It's too hot down there. Too hot. I've never seen, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I've never seen a Trachycarpus fortunae palm tree on the Hawaiian Islands. Now, I've only been to 2 of the 8 Hawaiian Islands. I've been to Oahu 19 or 20 times, and I've been to Maui 6 or 7 times. And I've never, ever seen a Trachycarpus fortunae there. Trust me, I'm looking all over for Trachycarpus palms. I went to the very first time I went to Lion Arboretum, where they have a big palm collection, about 600 species growing. I says, I need to talk to the palm expert here. Who's the palm expert? They says, well, we'll point you in the right direction. Down the hallway, in that office, there's Ray Baker, the palm expert. He's been in the garden for years. So I asked him, I said, Ray, do you have any Trachycarpus palm trees in Lion Arboretum? And he says, they've tried them 3 times, and 3 times they failed. So there's no palm trees in Lion Arboretum. This is coming from a palm expert. I've seen, there's Sable Minor growing there. Sable Minor grows there because I've taken seed off them. And I've seen needle palms growing in Oahu too. Desert palms from the Middle East would be good. Yes, they would in the warm climates. Nanoropes might work too. They're from Afghanistan. Too hot in Phoenix. Yeah. And it's funny though, in Phoenix though, there is actually a coconut palm tree growing. Isn't there? Somebody posted a picture of one in Phoenix. I remember you telling me about it. Maybe they could plant one on the mountain. They get snow every moon. They might be, yeah, up on the mountain, Ryan. It's not the heat. I think it's the strong, dry sunlight. Yeah. Southern Spain. Wow. They grow in Italy. I know that. I've seen needle palms in Hawaii. Yeah, I saw them. I remember there used to be some at near Ala Moana Center. And you know what? There are also palmettos. I've taken seed from the palmettos there. There used to be, I remember when they were small, back in the 1980s. And there was a group of 3 or 4 sable palmetto planted at Ala Moana Park across from Ala Moana. And at one point I could reach a seed off them, but not no more. Yeah, 30-foot coconut palm in Phoenix. Now, how is that possible? I've seen it. I've seen pictures of it. How is that even possible? Because it gets so stinking hot there. And when you think of a Cocos nucifera, they like high humidity with more consistent temperatures, right? I was watching videos on the French Riviera, and I think I seen some kind of sable palm. French Riviera? Yeah, yeah. I bet you there's some in there. They grow there. Get burnt from the heat, but it's and cold, yeah. French Riviera, yeah. Lots of palms in the French Riviera. But yeah, there was needle palms, but you know, they were doing some renovations to Ala Moana shopping mall. This was out by the parking lot, and they got rid of the needle palms. Needle palms are gone. There was a couple of them growing there. They weren't that big, but they were still needle palms. They were probably maybe 3 feet tall. I have to get a link to show it. Yeah, you should. And the trackies in the city planted in South Spain. They looked like had a crown and looked like crap. Is that right, Rocket Man? Can get into the 20s. I know it might be getting cold. Well, you know what? I talked down there on my radio regularly. I talked to a guy in Scottsdale yesterday, and it was 60 degrees. 60 degrees. You know, I talk on my radio everywhere. I talked to a guy in Huntsville, Alabama the other day. It was 22 degrees. I get weather reports all the time when I talk to these people on my other YouTube channel on my two-way radio. And some places in the deep south are really cold right now. And I know that deep freeze is heading right down to Texas. They say it could be record-breaking cold in Texas, coming down out of the Canadian prairies. It's cold, man. I don't know, man. That's not going to be good for the palm trees. Not going to be good for the palm trees. Okay, I'm reading the comments on my Facebook. Yeah. So look at the palms. Yes, part shade, key to make yeah, you know, we have them growing in full shade, part shade, and full sun. And the ones that are growing in the shade are really, really happy. I found when was it? June 2022. Sure, that'd be awesome. Please. June 22 with maple syrup. So it was June 2022 or June 2021, end of June. We had that they called it a heat dome. It was just this heat that hit us. It was a blast of hot air that hit us, and it lasted several days, and our temperature got well up over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And the trackies on the south side of our house actually had that heat, which is absolutely unreal. I'd never seen trackies burn from the heat before, but it was so hot, it actually burnt our bay trees. And the bay trees were growing in the shade. It got that hot. It was 109 degrees Fahrenheit. 109 degrees Fahrenheit is really, really hot. And it fried a lot of plants in our garden. I couldn't believe the trachea. The tracheas beside the tree fern had burnt fronds. That one had some burnt fronds on it. And then the bay tree, I noticed the one in the front of the house, and it's growing in mostly all shade. It was so hot, it actually burnt, the leaves burnt from the heat. That was the hottest I've ever recorded here. And this is the coldest I've ever recorded. So within 2 years, I've recorded the hottest temperature and the coldest temperature. So coldest temperature I've recorded on our property now is 14.3 degrees Celsius or minus 9.8 degrees, or 14.3 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 9.8 degrees Celsius, right? That is cold. So we never hit double digits in the Celsius yet. We've never hit minus 10 degrees Celsius. That is cold, very cold. I know the record low for this end of the island is minus 11 degrees Celsius for this end of the island. So that's still pretty cold, minus 11 degrees Celsius. Too cold for me. Too cold for me. Well, that really sucks. I can't post anything on Twitter now. I am kicked off of Twitter. Your account is locked. After careful review, we determined your account broke the X rules. Your account is temporarily in read-only mode, which means you can't post, repost, or like content. Most accounts regain full access, but it could take longer. I'll post that on my Facebook. That's funny. Could be longer before I'm back on Twitter. I could make another one. Maybe I should. Here in the Mexican Highland Desert, my palms always get some burn in spring. Mexican Highland would be a great place to grow palms, man. It would be awesome. I'm going to try to make a new Twitter account and let's see. I'm going to try. No, they won't. My account is locked. That's funny. No, you can't. You have to have another email, and I don't. So they won't let me. They know it's me. They know it's me, folks. I can't start another Twitter account. Your account is locked. How about that, eh? How do I start another account? Let's just see. Sign up for Twitter. Sign up for Twitter. Let's try this again. When I try that, it goes right back to my account. So I'd probably have to actually log out. That's what I'd have to do. I'd have to log out and start another account. Good, I'll just wait. Huh. Nah, I don't care. You know what? I really don't. I've been booted off of Facebook lots too because I speak my mind, and the Facebook police don't like it when you speak your mind here in Canada. I think, was it last year, the year before, I got booted off of Facebook 6 times because I spoke my mind. Yeah, I probably will. It's all right. I'm used to it. It doesn't bother me. I just called them. I posted it on my Facebook page. So I says, Twitter, you guys are twits. That's too funny. Yeah, your account is locked. Most accounts will regain full access in a week, but it could take longer. For me. That's too funny. I'm going to keep posting stuff on my Facebook page and see if I get kicked off there. We'll see. You got to check out you guys check out my Facebook account. This is a like page. I post a lot of stuff on there that probably pinches a few nerves with people. Here's here's a link to my Facebook like page, and you can see what I post on there. And I'm sure it probably won't be long before I get booted off of there. Yeah. Oh, I do have other actually emails. Sorry. I do actually have other emails. But I'll just wait a week. It's okay. And then I'll probably post something else that gets me kicked off. I like to read the comments. It's funny. I'm on Facebook. Let's see if I've pinched anybody's nerves here. Okay, she says, this girl says, there's a man that helped me out, Eric, on Instagram. I think you should reach out to him about your account. I'll have to check it out. I'll have to check that out. Let me see, Eric WebScript. I'm going to look this up and see if I can get back on using this. Eric web script. Let's see. I'm going to go into Instagram now because that's also censored, believe it or not. Instagram is just as censored as everything else, which is crap. Don't you guys just hate censorship, man? Pretty soon we won't be allowed to talk about palm trees, right? They'll be banning us. No palms allowed. Not allowed to grow palm trees in the north, right? No palm trees in Canada. I'm sure that's what they'll probably ban next. Okay, let's just see. Follow. Message. Let's see what we say here. Let's see what he has to say, folks. Says message him, but I can't message this guy. Very interesting. It's still snowing, man. It's still coming down here like crazy, man. You know what? I was so happy the loquat didn't lose one branch. And now with this wet snow, it may end up breaking some branches off of it, which really sucks. Really sucks. Okay. No, can't get into his account. Okay, guys, I'm going to go to a couple more hours or another few minutes. Then I'm going to pull the plug and I might do a live stream on my other one because I'm going to eat some lunch soon. It's 2:14 here and it's past lunch. Okay. Well, what do you think, guys? I'm going to call her quits. I appreciate you guys tuning into this live stream, and I will see you next time. And it'll be another week before I'm back on Twitter by the looks of it. That's the way she goes. Take care, guys. Enjoy the day and stay warm out there. And you don't have to brush the snow off your palm trees because I'm not going to bother brushing it off ours. It's going to melt off tomorrow. We got some rain coming. So we'll see you next live stream. Cheers to you and happy palm growing from the Gulf Islands out here in the North Pacific.